it's life and death situations where it always brings you back to faith, right? We don't know for certain that there's something afterwards, but I believe, I have faith. I gave birth in March of this year, and Grandpa died in November. And within those few months, it's really just getting me thinking now just how miraculous and amazing and delicate this life is. We take it for granted on the day-to-day. We get so wrapped up in just the daily grind and getting through each day and, you know, just living our lives and doing what we do. And it takes things like this for us to just like stop and like really, really, truly deep down appreciate how miraculous this life is, because it really, really is. How likely is it that, you know, here we are, this tiny little speck on this little planet, and that there is life and human beings, which is this like self-aware, conscious, intelligent life. I said in my last video that Bill and I actually went in and saw Grandpa after he passed. We went into the room and saw him, and that's the first time I had ever seen somebody who died. And like I said before, he made it so not scary. He was so peaceful, and just looking at him, I was just wondering, you know, what exactly is happening right now? Grandpa is, you know, right now he's experiencing the eternal mystery that us on this earth, you know, we don't find out until the end, you know? And in that moment, Grandpa was there, he was experiencing it, and I was just wondering, what is he experiencing? What is the other side, you know? Ultimately, we can't know with certainty that there is something beyond after we die. You know, if we are just ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and are nothing afterwards, we won't really know any different after we die. That will be that. But actually, the day before he passed, I almost just wonder if his soul left his body at that point, because I really felt like he visited me. I just had this strong experience where I felt like he was there. And then the day after as well, after we got home from visiting him, I really felt his presence again. And I don't know, like, what is that? You know, like, is that just me wishful thinking? Or, I mean, it was a pretty powerful experience. Yes, it's possible and maybe my mind is playing tricks on me, but honestly, this is where the rubber meets the road with my faith. You know, it's life and death situations where it always brings you back to faith, right? We don't know for certain that there's something afterwards, but I believe, I have faith, and that's what faith is. You don't know it, but you believe it. And know it in your heart. And I really strongly feel like there is something after this, and I really believe that my grandpa is there now, and he is experiencing that now, and I really believe that he is having an amazing reuniting with my grandma, who he'd been away from for 17 years, and his son, my uncle, who we tragically lost to a heart attack a couple years ago, premature death, very tragic, very sad. You know, my grandpa had to live through all of that. His son went before he did, and he's now back with them now. And I can only imagine they're just having a party right now. And he gets to see his parents again and all of his friends. You know, you hear people talk about these near-death experiences where they, you know, I mean, if you just look on YouTube near-death experiences, you just find these people saying that they have had these experiences that make them know that there is something next, because they tasted it. When us living people have these encounters with death, I feel like we get a little kiss of it as well. Like, I really felt like my grandpa's presence was there. And I have felt that with a couple of my other grandparents as well. His wife, my grandma Dorothy, came to visit me in a dream one time, and she told me that she loved me and was proud of me. And my grandma May, who I was also very, very close with, I have felt her presence a lot since she's gone. So I truly believe deep down in my heart that they are there and we will get to see them again, and that they're free from the physical world and all of the burdens and the suffering and everything that comes with the living in a physical body, in a physical world. I really believe that, you know, once you are free from that physical body, you know, you do get to meet God. And you know, I've always believed since I was a little kid that, you know, you get to all of your questions answered. And there's a part of me that, you know, maybe that's just a little part of my childlike faith that's left over, but part of me still believes that that is true, that once we get to that other side, we get all of our questions answered. So anyway, as you can tell, I've just been very philosophical this week. There's nothing like having that little glimpse into the other side when you are there, when you lose somebody, to really get you thinking about that. And then just the other side of it too, like I said, I gave birth. You know, experiencing birth and just seeing this new little life, and you just wonder, like, well, where did this little life come from? When did her little soul, and same thinking about my son Alex, like both of them, like when did their little souls come into their bodies? Like, how does that all work? Like, where do they come from? Where are they going? You know, where are we all going? It really is mysterious and amazing. And there's just nothing like experiencing birth and death so close together in 1 year to really get you thinking about that. This thing that we are experiencing called life is just a miracle. It really is. It's amazing that any of us are here. We gotta appreciate this time that we're given, you know. It's a really unique, amazing thing, this life that we're experiencing, you know. So anyway, just a reminder to do that, to just be thankful for being alive. It really is a gift that we get to experience this. So I think that's all I have to say. I can't even wrap my head around how Christ-like that is. He cared for her with his own two hands all the way to the very end, and loved her and was devoted to her even though her mind was gone. I only hope that my marriage can be that strong.